Let me share something most beginners never hear. If you've been researching how to start an online business for some time now, watching videos, learning about funnels, saving posts, but you still haven't started, you don't have a knowledge problem. You have a pattern that is not helpful. Doing research feels like progress, but it isn't. It can be a trap, and many smart women fall into that trap all the time. Learning is great because it feels safer to learn rather than to be seen. And what most people don't realize is this: they're not building anything while they're hiding in research mode. Now, if you're new here, my name is Lorna, and I help women, especially those over 50, start online businesses in a way that is clear, structured, and realistic. Not hype, not with complicated system, but with a simple path that helps you move forward step by step. And today I want to talk about something that quietly keeps a lot of smart women stuck. That is staying in research mode because the internet has made it very easy to learn, but surprisingly difficult to begin. This habit usually starts with good intentions. You tell yourself, I just need to understand this a little bit better. Or you watch one more video, then another. Then you start saying things like, I don't get it. And then you keep taking notes. And before you know, weeks have passed, maybe even months, and you still haven't built anything. Not because you're not capable, but because you've been preparing instead of starting. Most beginners believe they need to learn more information, collect more knowledge before they begin. But here's what's really happening underneath that research. Research itself gives your brain the feeling of progress without the discomfort of action. Every time you learn something new, your brain rewards you. You feel productive. You feel responsible. You feel like you're doing something important. You feel like you're moving forward. But nothing has actually been created yet. And over time, research can slowly turn into avoidance. Not intentional avoidance, protective avoidance. Because the moment you start building, you step into uncertainty, and research protects you from that feeling. Let me pause here for a second, because if this is hitting you, I want you to notice something. You didn't get stuck because you weren't capable. You got stuck because you're trying to do it right, and that changes how you move forward. So, if you've been in research mode for a while, I want you to hear this clearly. This is not about not caring. You really want to do things the right way, and you really want to avoid mistakes. You want to feel ready, prepared. But here's the shift: the internet rewards builders. Researchers don't get very far if you plan to build a business. And clarity doesn't come before action, it comes from action. So instead of asking, what else do I need to learn? Try asking this: what is the smallest step I can take today? It doesn't have to be perfect or complete, just need to get started. Because your first step is not about getting it right, it's about breaking the cycle. Even something as simple as choosing your direction, setting up one page, or sharing your first piece of content, that can move you out of research mode and into momentum. And this is the part most people miss. The longer you stay in research mode, the harder it becomes to start. Not because it's complicated, but because your brain has gotten comfortable staying where it is. Now, if you feel like you've been learning for a long time, but haven't taken that first step yet, I've put something below to walk you through a very simple, beginner friendly path to actually start building online without overwhelm. No complicated strategy, just a structure you need to begin. Because sometimes the difference between staying stuck and finally moving forward is simply seeing the path clearly, clear enough to take that first step. And at some point, it stops being about learning and starts being about deciding. And that decision is simple. You don't need more time. You don't need more information. You just need your next step. And it's already right in front of you. So until then, I'll see you in the next video.